Here we are, Coffee with Bob. Today, my special guest is Commissioner Calvi from the Springfield Fire Department. Welcome to the show.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. But we're going to talk about some serious things today, fire safety. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't tell you this ahead of time, but I had a fire at my house. Chimney fire back a few years back, scared the bejesus out of all of us, right?
Yeah.
But I have a profound respect for the fire department because they were there within minutes, helped put that fire out. So
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good outcome.
that's right, and a lot of people don't. That's why you have to be so careful today. So why don't you give us a little background on yourself first, and then get into the fire department in Springfield? I'm sure you're proud of everybody.
Oh, absolutely. So I have 34 years in emergency services. I started off as a paramedic, then a firefighter paramedic,
Yeah.
rose through the ranks to a deputy chief, and then I became a commissioner of the Springfield Fire Department.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations, and thank you for your service.
Thank you. I've been
Appreciate
serving
that.
as commissioner for the last 8 years.
So tell us a little bit about the Springfield department. How many stations you have, how many people are on the force.
Sure. So the Springfield Fire Department consists of 8 stations.
Well,
We have 8 engine companies, 4 truck companies, 1 heavy rescue squad, 2 tactical EMS units, and 2 district chiefs on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We have a staffing of 278 uniform members, is supported by a non-uniform staff of 12 members. And we've got an annual operating budget of almost $26 million.
wow. So, and how many people live in the city of Springfield?
157,000 is what our last census was.
7,000, yeah, about the city of home, so you have to protect a lot of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about what I really want to talk to you about today is fire safety. I know that just recently I had an inspection at my house and I had to put in some new detectors, did some renovations. So tell us about that.
So smoke detectors in your homes are a key to fire safety in the home. And where your smoke detectors are placed depends on what year your house was built.
Okay.
So houses built before 1975 have a different set of standards than a brand new home that's built today. So a new home built today has to have a smoke detector inside every bedroom, have a smoke detector, carbon monoxide in the hallway outside the sleeping area, and then they're broken up then based on how many square feet you have and where they have to go. A home built before 1975 has to have 1 smoke detector outside the sleeping areas, and then a smoke detector in the basement, and then at the base of each stairway going up to the next habitable level.
Okay.
So it's very different standards based on when your home was built.
So the nice part today with the smoke detectors and carbon monoxide together is they actually, or a lot of them do, at least the ones we've installed, they talk to each other. So they all go off and then they tell you exactly what room the fire is in.
Absolutely. They tell you where the fire is and if it's a fire or a carbon monoxide problem and what the highest level of carbon monoxide was that it sensed. So those are all great. They're all hardwired now, and they are sealed usually with a 10-year non-changeable battery in them, which is perfect because when it goes off, it's time to change the detector out.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about when you sell a house today. What's the process at that point?
So if you're going to sell a house, you're going to need a carbon monoxide and smoke detector inspection certificate. So it's good to call the fire department a couple weeks beforehand. Those certificates are good for 30 days. And call us up. We'll come out, do the inspection. What you shouldn't be doing is on the day of your closing, calling us up and saying, at my closings today, because we've got in Springfield, we've got 6 inspectors working full time, and they're booked up usually about a week in advance.
Yeah.
So if you call us that afternoon, we're not going to be able to help you because the people that pre-planned are getting their smoke detectors done on that day.
Exactly. And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
There's no question. So I want to thank you as like a company because I know that you do a great job helping us out. We give you guys a call and you put us on the schedule and you guys are really great. So thank you.
Oh, thank you.
That. Yeah.
Customer service is our goal, but we can only go so far. There's only so many hours in the day.
Yeah. So we, as a realtors, we get it. We need to be on time and get the job done ahead of time because if we don't, we run into this exact problem that you're talking about. So,
yeah, it happens from time to time, and we do our best to accommodate if we can.
Yeah.
But sometimes people who call late, there's just no
Yeah.
spots available.
Exactly. So let's talk about and any other tips that you can give us on fire safety these days?
So a lot of our fires in the city of Springfield are from careless disposal of smoking materials.
Okay.
So if you're going to smoke in your home, you need to be very careful. Use ashtrays. Don't clean your ashtrays out into the waste paper basket, because oftentimes they're not, the cigarettes aren't fully extinguished and they'll smolder in the waste paper baskets. Another big cause we have is carelessness with candles. People leaving candles burning, and a pet will knock into them, the wind will blow a drape over the candle. It'll burn, they'll leave it burning, it'll burn down to the bottom and crack the container and spread the hot wax, which is still burning. So you'll get a lot of fires that way. In the winter time, we'll get fires from people cleaning out their pellet stoves. And not being careful with the ashes of the pellet stove. They'll throw them in plastic trash containers and things, leave them too close to the house. You can get fires that way. So those are the keys right there. And another one is not cleaning your chimney.
There you go.
So you should clean your chimney at the beginning of every season to make sure it's in good working order. If you're burning a lot of wood, you should probably clean it monthly to make sure you're getting the creosote out.
Right. So that's exactly what happened to me. I wasn't paying enough attention to get my fireplace cleaned out, and then threw some pizza boxes, which have a lot of grease in them. And sure enough, went right up, and it caught fire. It sounded like a train, and I'm not kidding you. It was so loud going up that chimney, and they say that it's just some crazy amount of heat that comes through.
It's generating a ton of BTUs, British thermal units, when that creosote ignites up in the chimney. And it's a natural draft, so it's getting plenty of oxygen to keep the fire going. So the fire gets going very hot, and it can do a lot of damage to your home, not just the chimney. If your chimney's not in good order and it's got some cracks in the flue, it can spread very quickly into the walls or the attic.
That's what the fire chief, I think his name was Russ Anderson out in Southwick at the time, had told me, that it can even get so hot it can melt right through some of the concrete or the little holes that are there.
The radiant heat will go through the concrete and light the wood on fire behind it.
That's what it is. So BJ, I want to thank you so much. Commissioner Calvi, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure coming out.
Well, listen, let's have a great 2025. Safety first out there. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. And, again, if I can impress on people, working smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors save lives. So make sure when you change your clocks, you change your batteries, and make sure they're in good working order.
Thank you again. And if you'd be willing to, we'd love to have you come back on the show and talk about more safety tips.
Absolutely. I'll come back anytime you want.
Well, I'll do a little cheers. Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks again. And we'll just wave goodbye to everybody. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.